Nobody is perfect. This simple truth often gets lost amid the pressures of daily life, the expectations we set for ourselves, and the standards we believe we must meet. Yet, it is in our imperfections that our true worth lies. Consider the story of a young artist named Maya, who lived in a bustling city filled with dreamers and doers. She was passionate about painting, and her room was filled with canvases, some finished, some abandoned halfway, each telling its own tale. Maya grew up believing that only flawless art deserved to be displayed. She admired the masterpieces in galleries, the works that appeared seamless and effortless. Each time she made a mistake, a brushstroke that went astray, a color that didn't blend as she hoped, she felt a sting of disappointment. The fear of imperfection began to weigh so heavily on her that she started hiding her paintings, convinced they weren't good enough. One day, Maya's grandmother visited her. With gentle eyes and a knowing smile, she asked Maya why the walls were bare. Reluctantly, Maya showed her the hidden canvases, confessing her fear that her art was too flawed to be seen. Her grandmother, wise with age, looked at each painting carefully. She pointed to a canvas where a bright yellow sun was surrounded by a messy swirl of colors. "This is beautiful," she said softly, "not because it's perfect, but because it's real." Her grandmother then shared a story from her own youth. She spoke of a vase she had made in pottery class, one with a crooked rim and uneven glaze. While she was ashamed of it at first, her teacher had told her that the vase's imperfections made it unique. "Nobody else could have made that vase," her grandmother said, "because nobody else is you. Your worth isn't measured by perfection, but by authenticity, by the courage to create and to share, flaws and all." Inspired by her grandmother's words, Maya decided to display her paintings for her friends and family. She was nervous, but what happened surprised her. People didn't see the mistakes she worried about. Instead, they saw her heart in every brushstroke. They praised the emotion, the boldness, and the individuality of her work. For the first time, Maya realized that her imperfections didn't diminish her art. They made it special. This story reminds us all that self-worth isn't about meeting impossible standards. It's about understanding that our value comes from within, from our willingness to embrace who we are. Every person has strengths and weaknesses, talents and quirks. The journey to self-acceptance begins when we stop comparing ourselves to others and start appreciating our own unique paths. Think of the most memorable people in your life. Chances are, it's not their perfection that stands out, but their kindness, their resilience, their authenticity. Just like Maya's paintings, it's the stories behind the scars, the lessons learned from mistakes that make someone truly remarkable. If you ever feel inadequate or not good enough, remember Maya's journey. Remember that the world doesn't need perfect people. It needs people who are brave enough to be themselves. Your self-worth isn't defined by flawless achievements, but by your willingness to try, to grow, and to be genuine. Celebrate your imperfections. They are proof of your courage to live and to create. So let go of the fear of not measuring up. Share your talents, your dreams, and even your mistakes with the world. You are worthy, not in spite of your imperfections, but because of them. Nobody is perfect, and that is exactly what makes each of us extraordinary.